Hey guys, welcome to the Unplayable Podcast. Exciting episode for you today. An exclusive interview with Cameron Green in just a few moments. But first, Jack Paynter beams in from London to give us the latest on the Aussie squad. Jack, how's it going over there? Another training session has just taken place, I believe.
Yes, another training session done and dusted today in Beckenham, which is the third and final session that the Aussies will have there in the South London suburb. It was another wet day in London, rained all afternoon, but fortunately for the three guys who attended that session, it was clear when they were there and they were able to get some batting and some bowling in. So it's good progress ahead of Wednesday's clash against South Africa.
And you just told me off air that Josh Hazlewood has landed and he's had a bowl as well. How did he look?
He looked pretty good, as do all the Aussie quicks, coming off obviously an IPL title. He's up and about, Josh Hazlewood. So yeah, he was on deck. He was one of the three, along with Marnus Labuschange and Cameron Green. So Josh had a bowl off the long run, sent down about 5 overs, mostly to Marnus as well. So that was interesting. But he looked good. He looked to be in good form, and he's hit the ground running in the UK.
And I saw that he was quoted saying that he's feeling like he's bowling the best he has in all his career. That's a pretty big call, given he's, 34 or 35 now?
Yeah, it is. I mean, it's hard to argue with it, really. When he's been on the park, when he's been able to stay fit, his numbers are excellent. He's kind of reborn in the T20 format over the past 4 or 5 years, and his test form's been excellent as well. That's just been those pesky little injuries that he's had that sort of kept him out of the side. He's had a few side injuries. He mentioned he's had 3 of them since, I think it's 2022 it is.
All right.
A couple of calf strains as well. So he feels like he's feeling better than ever, like better than last time he missed the World Test Championship final in 2023. So that's good signs heading into next week, especially for Josh and his bid to sort of ensure that he doesn't miss 2 consecutive World Test Championship finals.
Yeah, nice. Another guy who was at training, you said, was Marnus Labuschange. I guess he would have had a pretty lengthy bat, did he? How's he looking?
He did. He was looking good today, pretty solid. He's looked sort of increasingly comfortable as the sessions have gone on in Beckenham. So that was his 3rd session. Most of the guys only did 2 sessions, but Marnus was there for all 3, as was Cameron Green. He looked good today. Had a tough battle on his hands with Josh Hazlewood coming in with the new Duke's ball, but he managed to cope with it pretty well. And there was an interesting moment sort of early on in the session when he was facing the Wanger throwdown machine. He copped a nasty blow in the groin region from the head coach, Andrew McDonald. So that floored him for a little bit, but thankfully he was able to get back up and keep batting. And good signs for Marnus and his bid to sort of keep his spot in the side.
And we saw on the socials a couple of days ago that he had his bat broken. Do we know if that was one of his favourite bats, or because he's quite superstitious about the bats that he uses, Marnus?
He actually left it in the rooms at Beckenham after they'd left today. Not sure if it was
the broken one.
The broken one, yeah. So our cameraman Tamer Stockley was in there, and he managed to pick it up for Marnus. So if Marnus wants that one back, he should give Tamer a call, and he'll be able to give it back to him. But yeah, I'm not sure if it was intentional to leave it there or not. But the bat is currently in this house here where I'm speaking to you from. So yeah, Marnus, come and get it.
And just finally, Cameron Green, who you had a chat to. Does it seem like he and Marnus are sort of battling out for that one spot in the batting order?
I think there's a group of them who are obviously Sam Constas is in that group as well. So it's how you fit those 3 and Bo Webster, I guess. It looks likely that they'll play the all-rounder. Hazlewood spoke today, and he spoke fondly of having an all-rounder in the side and just how crucial that is for the bowlers. I think it's between those 3 and 4 players for a couple of spots. So it's going to be an interesting call. And I should touch on that. When we spoke last time, I said it was interesting that I just made an observation that it was Sam Constas and Usman Khawaja who were batting together. Well, the following session on Friday, it was actually Marnus and Usman who were batting together. So
okay,
not sure how much you can read into either of those combinations, but they're certainly having a look at how those combos are working.
It probably means nothing, but we love reading into it anyway, so we're going to keep doing it. Jack, do you want to segue into your interview with Cameron Green, which we'll throw to now?
Yeah, so it was a fantastic chat, pretty in-depth actually. So we spoke to Cam for 15 minutes in the team hotel, covered everything from his engagement during the Australian summer, his rehab from the back injury, his Gloucestershire stint where he revealed that he actually met the mystery donor who secured his contract over there. So tune in to hear more about him. He talked about the World Test Championship coming up, and we asked him where he thought he might bat, and tune in, listen all the way to the end to hear that response. Cameron Green is back in the Australian squad and back in the runs too, which will please every Aussie fan. He joins us at the team hotel ahead of the World Test Championship final. Cam, you certainly enjoyed your time at Gloucestershire, didn't you?
Yeah, no, it was awesome. I think I got exactly what I wanted out of it. I think just to get back playing some professional cricket was exactly what I needed after a few months off. So, really grateful for Gloucester for letting me come along, and hopefully I could give some wisdom back to the guys. So, hopefully it was mutually beneficial.
Did it feel like a long few months, especially during the Australian summer, of not being able to play at all?
No, it certainly did. I wouldn't say it was either good or bad few months. I think, we play a lot of cricket, so I try to find a silver lining to it. The silver lining was probably a bit of time at home, a bit of time to get in the gym, get a bit fitter, but also mainly just have a rest. So, it was obviously tough watching the guys play test matches, watching a lot of my mates play cricket and not being a part of that. But at the same time, I think, got some much needed rest, and hopefully I'm better for it.
3 centuries in 5 games and a 67 not out, 2 of those against Kent. Did you get everything out of it that you could have hoped post-back surgery? Yeah,
for sure. I think there's a lot of positives to come out of it. I think spending some time in England with the Duke's ball, I think, I wasn't sure if that was ever going to happen. So I'm really happy and glad I got to experience that reasonably early in my first-class career. Hopefully that's beneficial for the next time coming over. I think, just mainly getting back, playing cricket, working on a few things in practice that ended up working in the game. Working a few different things that I've tried to learn whilst over here off other guys playing county cricket. So, I got out of it exactly what I wanted, and again, really grateful for the opportunity.
Any scoops on what the key takeaways were, what you sort of picked up from the 5 games?
Yeah, it was probably just a certain way how to play the Duke's ball. A bit more understanding when the Duke's ball is really tough to play and when it might be a touch easier. Potentially, I think it's been said a lot of times. I think it's, maybe defending straight, scoring a bit squarer than you do in Australia, just little things like that. I think, I'm really happy I was able to get exposed to.
What did you say to the Kent guys after that second match?
I got a few laughs saying, not again, please. So no, that was really funny. You obviously want to score runs against lots of different opposition, but whenever it does happen, you do take it. So, they're a good couple of games.
Now, I might just read you the headline from when you did sign with Gloucester. I actually wrote this one, so that's why I wanted to mention it. But mystery donor secures Green's county deal to push WTC case. I believe you met the mystery donor. Is that true?
Yeah, I did. Chris Coley, I think his name was. I think he's well known in Gloucestershire, especially the cricket club. I think he's helped out the club quite a few times with either just day-to-day stuff or with certain players coming over to play for the club. So, we had like a nice little function at the end of my stint. But he's kind of like a bit of a local legend there. I think he lives in that area. He's a horse trainer. And really well loved. So, it was awesome to meet him.
I think he had some kind words for you as well in a piece I was reading the other day, but he said that you're a surer bet than any of the horses that he could have purchased. So there's something to take from that.
No, very kind.
Did you find yourself you said you met him at the end of the stint, did you find yourself sort of looking around while you're batting, sort of especially during the home games, potentially trying to find out who it could be, or did you know heading over who he was and what he'd done?
No, I had no idea. When I signed, I had no idea that it was from an external person who'd helped get me over. So yeah, I just saw it as a normal contract, signed it, and just went over. And then I kind of found out after that was the case. So yeah, definitely interesting story.
Playing under Cameron Bancroft as well, your state teammate at WA, how was that, and how's he sort of settled into the role?
Yeah, that was partly the reason why I went to Gloucester. I know Bangers so well from WA. I knew it kind of coming over that there was someone I could text every day for a coffee, someone who knows the club really well, and someone who I can ask questions about how can I get help, where do I go. So yeah, I thought my time would be a lot easier, a lot smoother when with Bangers there, and he was awesome. So he's been there. I think he had a season, let's say 2017, 2018. He played again last year, so knows the club in and out. And then, yeah, first time captaining as well. So yeah, to have a really great mate being the captain for 2 months there, yeah, it was awesome to be around him. And him as a captain, obviously awesome. I think he's already got so much experience in his cricketing journey to tap into. But yeah, first time captaining over in England. Obviously, the games are pretty back-to-back. It's pretty grueling. So he was still in high energy when I was there. So let's wait and see at the end of the season.
Now, how's it sort of feel being back in London? Because I think it was here last year that we sort of found out about the back injury. And sort of that was the start of the process to going to have the surgery and missing the summer. Yeah,
it was actually in this hotel that I found out. So that's pretty funny to kind of be 360 back here. A tough way to find out, but I've been through it 3 or 4 times, so it wasn't anything that I wasn't used to. I knew that I was going to go home for a few months, so yeah, a few mixed emotions. Yeah, obviously missing out on playing for Australia or what the summer was going to hold. But I knew I was getting some time at home. So, yeah, mixed emotions when I found it here.
Can you sort of take us through, I guess, the decision to go for the surgery? Because it was kind of a unique operation, isn't it? There's a few others in Australian cricket that have kind of had the same sort of thing. Did you speak to them and sort of discuss, what it looks like? Yeah,
definitely. I think I found out through Jonesy and our doctor that was probably the right way to go. That's what they were thinking. And I think, yeah, I got taken aback. I think you hear so much about the back surgeries. Yeah, potentially being really risky. People who'd had it. I spoke to Ben Dorcius, who was actually on this trip, and Jason Barrendorf, obviously a close mate from WA. So, yeah, 2 guys that I trusted really well, and they both couldn't speak more higher about it. So, yeah, I think the decision was pretty easy at the end, speaking to a lot of different people, thinking about the outcomes of if I got it done, if I didn't. And all of it was very positive towards getting it done. So, yeah, in the end, it was actually a really easy decision, and the whole process was awesome. I think, yeah, speaking to the surgeon about the process of what was actually going to go on.
Talk us through that. What is sort of the process of the operation?
Yeah, so I had to get... the main reason for it was to shave down some bone. So I think I've obviously had a bit of trauma in my L4, and that extra bone had just developed on that part of the body, part of the spine, to kind of help it just be stronger and not try and break again. And I think, yeah, by doing that, it maybe forced my spine not to be able to bend as well. And then, yeah, it was probably smashing up against this new bone that wasn't helping it flex, and then put a bit too much pressure that actually broke on the other side in the facet joint, which is quite rare for a back injury. So, yeah, so that was probably the main reason they could explain why this happened. So, we'll get rid of the bone, and whilst we're there, we might as well fuse it. So, yeah, it was all a really easy process, and, yeah, it couldn't have gone better.
And so I guess the benefits of that long term is that fusing it, the bone sort of won't grow back like it did the first time?
Oh no, basically just to not break.
Yep.
So yeah, it's made it really strong. I don't know the ins and outs, to be fair, but I know that it's given me the best chance to play as much cricket, or certainly bowlers for as long as I can. So yeah,
and
wait and see.
During your sort of layoff, did you get engaged during that? time?
I did.
Congratulations.
Yeah, thank you.
All go down?
Yeah, really well. I think, I had 6 months to be brave and get it done. So that was great. I think our schedule's so crazy, I wouldn't have known when else to get it done. So it kind of came in a really perfect time. It gave me a lot of time to go through the process, the awesome process that it is, and then find a time to go down south and get it done. So, something great came out of it, at least.
And we saw you back bowling on Wednesday. That was your first bowl back. How did it feel?
Yeah, it felt great. I think I was saying to a few of the coaches, you don't normally go through the rehab process, away from eyes, back at home, probably indoors, on a cold day in the winter, in pre-season. But the first bowl back is a week before the World Test Champ in the Australian team, with all media around. So I think that was quite funny to look at. But no, it's awesome to be back. I think, it's been a long 6-7 months to be back to this stage, and to be close to bowling again is really exciting.
You're doing some remedial work as well as trying to figure out what you might have sort of been working on. So feel free to share if you like. But is it a process of sort of fine-tuning a couple of things, or sort of rebuilding the action? What's sort of the process there? Yeah,
no, it's only a few little things. I think, there's a whole lot of different reasons why you can have a back injury, whether it's your action overload, you're not strong enough, you're not fit enough. There's a whole lot of different reasons. So I think my actions obviously can improve. I think everyone's can, if you fine-tune it. So, there's a few little things, maybe being a touch more front on, maybe not jumping in as much. Small little changes, so nothing too drastic.
And you're still sort of targeting the Ashes as being back bowling in a competitive match?
Yeah, it will probably be the first international match, I'd say, bowling. So, there might be a few Shield games prior that I'd be trying to aim for.
How'd you spend most of the rehab? Any new hobbies or anything like that? Were you able to play golf at all, or?
No, I'm definitely not allowed to say on here if I played golf. No, I brought the putter around and played with a few mates just to catch up and spend time with mates doing that. But no new hobbies. I think I just enjoyed being back home. I think, there's never a good time to get injured, especially if you're missing Test cricket. That's probably what hurts you the most. But if you're ever going to pick a time, it's probably the summer in Perth is a good time to have an injury, if there's any. So, I just spent a lot of time hanging out with mates, coffees, just catching up with friends that you don't normally catch up with or have the time to. So, no new hobbies. If I was going to pick one, potentially gardening, but just something to pass time.
Got the lawn looking nice. It's good to hear. World Test Championship final coming up, obviously, on Wednesday. Andrew McDonald's sort of been on the record saying that he feels you can bat anywhere from 1 to 6, and sort of we've seen you sort of jump up and down the order as well. You obviously like the number 4 spot during your previous test, but Steve Smith's back there now. Do you have any idea on where you might line up, sort of, if this selection goes your way in the final or in the West Indies?
Not sure. I think they maybe hinted towards a couple of different options, but said a lot of water to go under the bridge. So we just have to wait and see.
Do you feel better equipped from your experience where you went from number 6, spent some time out of the side, came back in at number 4? Do you feel better equipped to sort of be able to float up and down the order? Yeah,
I think if you speak to most of the guys, I think they're happy to play whatever role that the selectors see best for you or best for the team. So, I think you'd speak to everybody, I think they would have batted in the top 3 or 4 growing up in juniors. So, I've had a lot of experience batting at 3 my whole life. Certain guys have batted 4 or 5, but I'd say most of the guys would have been 3 or 4 most of their career before coming professionally, and then however it sees fit in their state team is where they've batted. So, happy to bat anywhere.
And just wrapped up the last training session out at Beckenham on Saturday. You were there. How did you find the intensive sort of centre wicket sessions that you guys had out there for those 3 or 2 training sessions?
Yeah, intensity was really high. I think we've had a really good prep leading in. I think having like a week or so before is awesome. The facilities have been great. I think the guys there's been a bit of weather around, so have had to be a little bit adaptive to what days they bowl, which days they have off. But yeah, I think from all the footage that you guys have captured, I think you can see the intensities that is there. So yeah, tomorrow we lead on to Lord's practice. So yeah, that'll be a bit of fun.
Who's the hardest to face? Who should the Proteas be looking out for the most?
Oh, it's hard to pick one. That's tough. Paddy looks good.
Good to hear. Well, Cam, we appreciate you joining us. All the best for next week at the World Test Championship final and the West Indies. Go well.
Awesome. Thank you.